McClain, writer for the Houston Chronicles, I believe, who's been an insider for the Texans organization for a while. I would compare him. I would say he's essentially the Mike Kliss for the Houston Texans media. He's a guy who's probably as plugged in, connected as anybody, one of the first ones. If there's a breaking story, other guys will sometimes get it. That's true too. But I would say that Mike Kliss is probably
how about Jeff
face.
How about Jeff Legwold? So we could keep
he's
it
another
kind
one
of
too.
like ESPN. I don't know if he writes though. That's the thing. And Jeff is like one of our idols, right? I mean, he's like one of the best writers of all time, dude. Yeah. And he's right here in our backyard. So it's tough, man. Because like you're saying, dude, you're trying to not just build this guy up, but you're trying to just be accurate here and telling these guys like, hey, this is a dude who is in the know. This is a guy who deserves respect. I mean, go over to his Twitter, dude, and just see, but he does cause some trouble, Nick. He loves to cause some trouble. And he was on the Denver radio for 2 days. I know he was on the Fan, and then he went to KOA also. And that's where we're hearing these guarantees. He says, I guarantee you Deshaun Watson to Denver will not happen. And when I heard it, it made me mad. When you heard it, I don't want to speak for you, but I think you looked at it and it was like, how silly? How silly is this?
He also guaranteed that he was more likely to be the next head coach of the Houston Texans rather than Deshaun Watson being traded. So we're already past that point, and that point is going to keep moving. That's just how it is. So it will be interesting. But still, he said that the New York Jets are the number one team right now. McClain was the one who also said D Hop isn't getting traded. Thank you, Yordi Lopez, very much. We're going to get to that as well. Again, I don't want to say that he's state media because he is one of the better, more respected guys in Houston, but you have to understand there's a spin on this, and he is being directly fed from the Texans organization. And because of that, it is going to be a front of what is best case scenario for the Houston Texans. First, it was not trading Deshaun Watson because your top 5 quarterback under 25 years old. Of course you don't want to trade him. Duh. Right. So now it's like, he might be traded, but the only team he's really going to be possibly going to is the team that can offer us far and away the most draft capital. That's what the Houston Texans would want. The team that has the number 2 overall pick, another first-round pick this year, can offer 2 first-round picks in 2022 as well. I mean, duh. Of course, if the Texans had their way and they had to trade Deshaun Watson, it would be to the Jets. But that doesn't get into the fact that there's this no trade clause. The Jets have been a horrible organization forever.
We forgot about the no trade clause, right, Nick? We don't even want to talk about that. And DNV3 coming in can we throw that back up there? I'll read it. Did John McClain forget Watson has a no trade clause? That's exactly it. So Broncos country, I don't get your daubers down. I get that everybody's still a little upset about Nolan Arenado and all that stuff. And, you can't watch the Nuggets and the Avs. Yeah, I don't care. I'll be straight up honest. I don't care. Football is the only thing that matters in my life.
And your family and daughters.
In terms of sports, though, dude, there's nothing. I mean, college football is even a distant second just because I'm trying to just outside of the draft, man. This is just the king. This is the king, dude. Football is life, man. And Broncos country, do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And here's the thing, man. I'm always saying watch out for the Broncos spin. Well, Nick is saying watch out for the Texans spin because, guys, every team spins things to reporters. Every team has I don't want to use the word mouthpiece because that's very disrespectful. I see that floated out there a lot. But teams have sources that they like to give info to at certain times when it's most beneficial to them. So I think that's one of those things that we're seeing right now with the Houston Texans. The PR with the Houston Texans and the rest of the world right now is just awful. So why wouldn't you come out and say an outrageous statement like this? I mean, it makes sense, but I don't think it's accurate. I'm not putting a ton of weight into it. Everybody's got narratives, Nick. Everybody's got narratives, man. And
it's this time of year, man. When you hear like, oh, I heard from sources. First off, why is that source leaking that information? And what do they have to gain from that information getting out there? Obviously, there's a lot of information out there and a lot of misinformation out there, but something like this is like, well, I think the reason that this is happening is because, it's coming from the Texans. Oh, the team that he's most likely to go to is the Jets because they can offer far and away the most. Here's your sign.